Hey there, biology student. Let's take a look at the equipment available for this week's lab. Our question this week involves how molecules move through a membrane. So to test this, you'll need some basic equipment. First off, you'll need a membrane. So here we have a roll of dialysis tubing. You'll want to cut off a portion to use here, and it feels like a flat strip of almost plastic tape, like Scotch tape. So what you want to do, once you cut your pieces, you'll want to soak them in a dish of deionized water, and you'll know they're ready to use whenever they become soft and pliable, and you can rub one end between your thumb and index finger, and you'll see that it opens up into a tube. So that's how you know that these will be ready to use. Before you fill it with your solution, you'll want to twist one end several times, and then tie this shut with a piece of fishing line or dental floss, which we will provide for you. You'll probably need another set of hands to do this. Once you've got one end tied closed, you can then choose your solution that you'd like to use. We'll provide 3 solutions for you in lab: 10% solution of starch, 10% solution of sodium chloride, and a 10% solution of glucose. You can dilute these however you need, so that way you can take any of these and turn them into a 5% solution, a 1% solution. Whatever your experiment calls for will determine how you use these solutions. But this is what we'll provide for you here. So once I'm ready, once I figure out what solution I want to test, I'm going to fill up my dialysis tubing. I will put the solution in a graduated cylinder. I'll use, I've got my selected solution here. I'll use a small transfer pipette to fill up the end of the tubing, and then I'll twist the opposite end shut and tie it closed, so that way when you're finished, it'll look something like this. You can see how both ends are twisted closed, and I have the fluid in the middle. Next, I will take a measurement of the tube, so that way I know I can calculate the volume or the length, and I can make sure that every tube is approximately the same size or has the same proportion of volume in it. So I can take a measurement here and record that in my lab notebook on the lab notes page. Once I'm finished with that, I will want to rinse off any salts and oils from my skin with some deionized water, rinse off the outside of the tube, and I can then place it into my beaker of deionized water and start my experiment.